Muito ruim a bateria, se não vai ter problema. Se você tem um bom. De manhã acho que eu não precisa pedir pra primeiro comer a minha né? Everything that comes directly and indirectly comes from Bhagavan. He manifests in the heart of Brahma all the knowledge. His Parameshwar is this. Can you hold this for me? Parameshwara Swayam Bhagavan is worshipped by Indra and other demigods and great demigods like Brahma, etc. não é? Deixa um só, 99,9. Because of the sweetness of Lord, all the living entities, all the things, they change their nature. Even the stone, the river, they change their nature because of his sweetness. The opposite nature. They give up their nature and they accept another nature. For example, what is the nature of the water? To flow. So the water stops the nature of flowing and becomes still. What is the nature of the water? Always flowing, going down. But hearing the sound of the flute, the water stops flowing. Sounds like this, terrible sound. Because of the sound of the flute, the sound of the water stops moving. The water is coming from up, but stops flowing down. Tej means like the moon, for example. The moon Seeing the beautiful pastimes of Bhagavan. Even the moon also stopped his own movement. The moon stops in one place. And Krishna plays the flute. And the gopis all together in the Rasa lila. So seeing the beautiful form of Krishna, even the moon stops moving. In the lap of Giriraj in Chandra Sarovar. Mridam means the soil. Actually, in this sense, actually means the stones. What is the nature of the stones? To be hard. They're hard. So the stones, they melt. So the example of the moon is given. Tej is the moon, because the Gurudev is telling first shloka of the Bhagavatam. Tej varimridam means these elements, they change their nature when they hear the sound of the flute. Tej means light, but in the sense means moon. The moon stopped moving. Vari, the water stops moving, like the rivers, and mridam, that means soil, means actually the stones that melted, they change their nature. Generally stones are still, but when they hear the sound of the flute, they melt. So when we go to Choti Bertan and Beri Bertan, Charan Pahari, we see this, that by with the sound of the flute of Krishna, even the stones melted. And then that's why we see the footprints of Krishna in the stones. The footprints of Krishna remains in the stone because the stones melted. Also the footprints of calves, of cows. So all they change their nature by the flute of Krishna and his sweetness. Kuhak means? Kuhak? There's no any duplicity, hypocrisy. There's no duplicity and hypocrisy. Where the Sattva, Raja and Tama are not present as well. Where Bhagavan is present, then Maya is far away. I meditate in this Parameshvara. This is the first sloka of the Bhagavatam. outro. O português está fechado, não? Um pouquinho, tá? Caraca, os dois estão ruins, cara. Eu será que é uma contato com o fio? Se não tu mexes? Tenta mexer de uma forma que eu não tô mexendo. Às vezes eu fico também assim. In this Janmadasa verse, it describes the Bhagavatam with 10 features. So what are the 10 Vishayas? Sarga, Visharga? Sarga, Visharga. So it's Sarga, Visharga, Stan, Poshan, Uti, Mandantar, Ishanokata, Nigur, Mukti, Asray. What did I say? Can you repeat? That's 10. Sarga, Visharga, Stan, Posha, Uti, Mamantar, Ishanokata, Nigur, Mukti, Asraya. The Bhagavatam. So the 5 objects of the senses, 5 elements. Panchamatamatra means the 5 objects of the sense. Panchamahabhut, 5 material elements. Panchakarmendriya, Panchayanendriya, and the mind. What is the origin of these elements?
स्थान भगवान की विजय संहार करे रुद्र आदि षष्ठा मासी उत्कर्ष जन्मादिश पोषण भगवान अपने भक्त के
Poshan means how Lord gives mercy to his devotee. Uti means the desire of the living entities, the desire to make material activities. Mamvantar, I don't know exactly how to say this one. Ishana means Ishana is about the Avatar Katha and Bhagavad Katha. Nirod how Bhagavan takes rest in the time of Yoga Nidra. Mukti giving up the material, gross and subtle body, how the Jiva can attain the position of being the associate of Bhagavan. The real definition of Mukti is to attain your Swarupa and serve Bhagavan. The Jiva will realize his own form, and if with his Swarupa, the Jiva will serve directly Swayam Bhagavan. To be free from the suffering is also one kind of liberation, one kind of Mukti. What is Mukti? When we are free from the sufferings, it is also called Mukti. For example, free from disease, Roga Mukti. atyanta atyanta dukkha nivritti revati mukti, means to be free from the sufferings of this material world. This is also called mukti, liberation. To be free from some bondage is also called mukti. The jivas in this world, they are bound by Maya, so they are called Maya-baddha jivas. But Shastra explains that actually Maya is not holding the jivas, not binding them. Maya is only making some illusion come to the jiva. Which kind of Brahm illusion? Just like if you show some potato to a monkey, then you put this potato inside one clay pot, which has very narrow entrance of the pot. How to say? Head, neck. Clay pot with very narrow neck. This called of clay pot called surai is a clay pot but has a very narrow neck. So you show the potato to the monkey, then you put it inside this clay pot. Then this monkey, what is he doing? Puts his hand inside the clay pot to try to take that potato. But when he puts his hand inside the clay pot and he holds the potato, the monkey, when he's trying to take his hand out, it's not coming out because of the volume of his hand plus potato. Monkey is thinking, the potato is holding me. But if he let go of the potato, automatically his hand will be able to come out of the pot, of the clay pot. But the monkey is under the illusion, he's deluded, and he's thinking, oh, the potato is holding me. Another example also is given. It's like the hunter to catch the parrot, to hunt the parrot. The hunter makes a wheel, prepares a wheel, and on the upper part of the wheel, the hunter puts some pomegranate, like a reddish pomegranate seeds, and the parrot sits on the wheel. The parrot sits on the wheel to eat the pomegranate. But when he eats or sits there, immediately the wheel moves, rotates, right? And because of this, the parrot is like surprised, afraid. So he holds with his claws. With his claws, he holds the wheel, and then the parrot is thinking, and the wheel is holding me, but actually he is holding with his claws. He's holding the wheel. He himself is holding the wheel. If he would let go of the wheel, he could come out and just fly away. But so in the same way, the jiva is so deluded by Maya. So we think Maya is binding me. Actually, Maya is not binding you. No. Maya is only creating this Brahm illusion. Creating the illusion. What is this Brahm illusion? Something which is not true. You think it is true. Like something which is not true looks like true. Nothing else. And then this illusion of Maya is coming and make you think like this. He's my son, he's my wife, husband, she's my wife, husband. All the things in this world, mine and I, like I and mine. And this is all because of these illusions. something which is not true,
उसके सत्य रूप में
but you're thinking it is
प्रतीत
true, like looks like true.
ये माया की बात
This is the duty of Maya, to make something which is not true appear as like it is true. Because Maya is the servant of Bhagavan.
है। भगवान के भजन नहीं करते,
The jivas who are not doing bhajan,
संसार में मोह पालन करते, मोहित करके
and Maya creates this illusion in these living entities who are not doing bhajan. This is the duty of Maya.
और जब जीव के ज्ञान हो जाता है,
When the jiva has the knowledge, but again, slowly all these illusions they go away.
मुक्ति वास्तव मुक्ति है क्या?
So the real mukti, what is it?
जैसे पहले मुक्ति के साधन कर रहे आत्मंति दुख निवृत्ति रेवोई मुक्ति।
So first of all, mukti is to be free from sufferings. Atyanta dukkha nivritta revai mukti. To be free from sufferings, it's mukti. Who does not want mukti? Everyone wants liberation, like, to be free from sufferings, isn't it? We are sick. So when you're sick, you want to be free from the disease. So you take the medicine for that. To be free from the disease. How to be free from the sufferings of this material world. But something interesting, very interesting. We don't want to give up the samsara. You want to be free from the disease, yes. But to be free from the samsara, samsara means material world or family life, depending on the subject. So it's very hard. You don't want that. So, atyanta dukkha nivritti revai mukti means so much suffering. Atyanta dukkha, to be free from this suffering, it's called mukti. What is the reason of the suffering of the living entities? What is the reason why we're suffering? For example, if you're sick, you find the origin of the disease, why you have the disease, then you take the medicine for it. What is the reason for your disease? So cause and effect theory. Karja karan means cause and effect. Everything has a cause. So the doctor concludes, oh, this disease is coming because of this. Then, to be free from that disease, to be cured, then you take the medicine. Do the blood test, like you're having, I have some fever. Why? If you don't do the blood test and don't find the cause, you cannot even take the medicine. Isn't it? Take fever, I have fever and take medicine. That's it. Okay, if it's a little bit fever, it will go away. But some fevers don't go away. क्या हो गया? Malaria? It's malaria.
One form of fever.
Yes, malaria. So if you are having fever, it can be a sign of malaria. So if you discover you have malaria, you need to take medicine for that. So to know if it's malaria or not, you need to do blood test. Oh, I'm sick because of this. So, cause and effect. So what is the cause of the bondage of the living entities? Why are we bound here? What is the cause of our bondage? Because we forgot Bhagavan. So we forgot Krishna, we didn't do bhajan. These are our first offense.
हमारे दुख की कारण क्या है? क्या कारण है? भगवत विमुख होना ही ये दुख की कारण।
The cause of our suffering is because we are vimuk. We are not facing towards Lord. We are not looking towards Lord. Do you understand vimuk?
भगवान की तरफ नहीं देख करके
We are not looking towards Lord. We are looking towards Maya.
जीव जब तपस्या में रहते हैं
When the jiva is in the Tatastha Shakti, marginal potency, the jiva can look towards the material world and to the spiritual world. Can look to the spiritual world and can look at the material world. So, if the jiva so looked at the spiritual world, they will go to Vaikuntha. The Jiva Dharma, Bhaktivinoda Thakur describes. When the jiva manifested from Tatastha Shakti, one side there's the spiritual world, Chit Jagat, and the other side, material world, Mayik Jagat. Those jivas who saw the Chit Jagat, spiritual world, went to Vaikuntha, etc. Those who saw Maya, the glittering of Maya, the glitter of Maya. Oh, Maya is so beautiful. They came here and they tried to enjoy Maya. Then Maya did what? Caught them. Maya catches them, these jivas. And then Maya makes what? Make a very nice covering with the gross body and subtle bodies. So two vrittis, tendencies of Maya. One is called avarnatmika-vritti and second vikshepatmika-vritti. Maya covers this pure body of transcendental body of the soul. It's covered. And this is called avarnatmika-vritti. So the gross body, and inside the gross body, subtle body is there. So this body here is the gross body. It's called the 5-element body, Panchabhautik Sarir, made of 5 elements. And inside the Panchabhautik Sarir, there is the subtle body, made of man, mind, buddhi, intelligence, ahankar, ego, and chitta, heart. And inside it, the subtle body, soul is there, like fainted. Now, the soul which is in your body, how is the soul? Fainted. So we're here telling about the two tendencies of Maya, avarnatmika-vritti and second, vikshepatmika-vritti. Then after, Maya makes this very nice package of you, covers you with the subtle and gross body, makes a very nice packing. Then with 3 ropes, Maya binds this packing of your body, this package of your body. What are the 3 ropes? 3 ropes, Sattva, Raja and Tama. So with the ropes of the three modes of nature, Maya is making very nice package of you. Then Maya throws. Vikshep means throws you in this material world. And then you are wandering in this material world. If someone is possessed by a ghost, that person does not give his own identification. That ghost is answering for him. It's in the same way, the swarupa of our soul, we're not identifying ourselves with the features of our own soul, but we are identifying ourselves with the gross body and our subtle body. I'm a man, I'm a woman, I'm intelligent, I'm stupid, I'm sick, all these things. These are all these identifications we are given. But what is my real identification? I am the servant of Shri Krishna. I am the servant, male and female servant of Krishna. Sevika, Sevaka. How can we get liberation? So the definition of Mukti, Mukta Janatarupam. This sloka explains it. Actually, there are three definitions of Mukti. One, Atyanta Dukkha Nivritti Revai Mukti, to be free from the sufferings. Another, Vishnu Angri Lavai Mukti, to get the feet of Vishnu is Mukti. Third, Mukti Janatarupam. This verse means to be in your Swarup and serve Lord in the spiritual world. So what is the first I told? Atyanta Dukkha Nivritti Revai Mukti. We are suffering in this material world. So to be free from these sufferings of this world, to get relief, this is called Mukti. Vishnu Angri Labai Mukti means to attain the feet of Bhagavan is also called Mukti. And the topmost definition of Mukti is Mukti Janatarupam Swaswarupena Vyastiti Mukti. Means to be established in your own form. First you realize your own spiritual form. Then with the transcendental body you serve Bhagavan. This is called Mukti, liberation. So you realize your own spiritual form, and with the transcendental body you serve Bhagavan. This is called Mukti. The Jiva has a Shuddha Swarup, pure form. So first you need to realize that. Just like you have legs, hands, nose, now you have it. Your pure soul also has a form. Everything your soul has. You just need to realize it. That's why Atma Dhyan is coming. Meditation in your soul. This sloka explains. Atma Dhyan. Translation of this verse is like, oh, I'm a gopi, Vrindavan, all these things. Doing bhajan slowly. Your Swarup will manifest. You have it with you. But now you don't realize it. You're deluded by Maya and you're there in this material world. You're wandering like a ghost, like a witch. Sometimes in Swarga, sometimes in the inferior planets. Sometimes you go to Swarga Lok, you go to higher planets sometimes. Sometimes because of the sinful activities. You go to hell and other places. So there are 14 planetary systems. So we are wandering in the 14 planetary systems. But when the Jiva realizes his own form, then the Jiva delivers from material world and goes to the abode of Lord. So the pure soul gives up the gross and subtle body and is established in his own Swarup, transcendental form, and with this transcendental body, the soul serves Lord. So this is the real definition of Mukti, liberation. Do you understand? So 3 definitions of Mukti I explain. Tell me which one are these? Atyanta Dukkha Nivritti Revai Mukti means to be free from the sufferings. But in this world, if you are free from one suffering, another problem comes. Always there's a problem. So you're free, you're relieved from one suffering, another problem or another suffering will come after. Because until we stay in this material world, this will be like this. But why? But why these sufferings are coming? Because we are deluded by Maya, catching that thing. Example, one person is walking and he's thinking, oh, I'll take this stone to my house. A person is like walking and he sees a 10-kilo stone and thinks, oh, let me take this to my house. So he holds that stone in his hands, but after some time, his arm becomes so painful, so like start pain, like aching, and then he changes, starts carrying the stone with the other, like left arm now. Then after he's feeling pain also in the left arm, then puts on the shoulder, left shoulder. Then when he's feeling pain in the left shoulder, he puts in the right shoulder. So he's feeling so much pain, and then he puts on the head. So when he's feeling pain on the head, what to do? If you don't throw that stone, you're carrying 10 kilos of stone. So how this pain will go away? Because this actually stone has no use for you. This is super unnecessary. You're carrying an unnecessary thing. What is the meaning? In this material world, the jivas, they are deluded and carrying this weight, the weight of the material world, the burden of the material world, just like the donkey carrying loads on his back. We're just like donkeys. People even call each other name, donkey, ass. You're not off. You're a foolish person. Those who don't do bhajan, they are foolish. Who is pandita? Intelligent. Those who do Bhagavat bhajan. Those who don't do bhajan of Bhagavan, they are foolish. They're just carrying the burden, the weight of this material world. That's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote, Gardaber matomi kori parishram. I'm doing hard work as like a donkey. Why we're doing all this? In the end, we have to give up everything and go away, like die, and no one will go with you. No one. Will anyone? No. So like a donkey, like an ass, doing hard work. So Tattva again is coming, and then slowly the Jiva gives up these illusions. But it's not possible to give up. And then, like for example, we know that this material world is full of sufferings. You did bhajan in sadhana, so you have the gyan. Which gyan? Knowledge you have. This material world is full of unhappiness, distress, and sufferings. But it's not possible for you to give up the material world or the family life Oh, I have small babies. I have my husband. Like the family is terrible, full of suffering, but still cannot give up the family life. So just tolerate the suffering and do bhajan of Bhagavan. Chant holy names. What else can you do? You have had the baby. Now you have to, keep up with this. Put up with the situation. Take care. Okay, you cannot give up and go away. So, tolerate the samsara, tolerate the family life, and do bhajan. Doing bhajan slowly, automatically one day, naturally, all this family life will be finished. Now the family life will be dissolved. I'll give an example. Sometimes there's a skin disease in our body. So when the skin is dry, automatically this disease is coming away. If it's not dry and you try to take it out, automatically it will bleed. Do you understand what did I say? My example, did you understand?
जब चर्म रोग हो जाता है तो स्किन अगर सूख जाता है तो अपने आप बताता है और अगर
If your skin is dry,
तो खून निकलता है
automatically that, like if you forcefully try to remove that skin disease or something, some blood will come, some wound, something. But when it dries from inside, automatically it will go away. I think he's talking about, like, when you're casquinha, né? Casquinha. Okay. So the more you try to go away from samsara, from the family life, more Maya is like holding you. You just need, your efforts is just to do bhajan. If you do bhajan, then naturally all this family life and attachments will go away, disappear. Just like a wound, If you try to make it heal quicker, it won't. You have to wait until the, healing process, and automatically it will heal by itself. Just like the snake also, that changing the skin, automatically the snake comes out of that skin. So chanting the holy names and tolerating the family life, automatically one time will come that you will come out of it. This is it. So that's why I say don't give up, connect or unite. You should not give it up. You unite or connect with whom? With God. Like, don't give up your family, try to make your family devotee, basically. Because if you don't unite them with Bhagavan, so can you tell that again? Can you repeat? I couldn't at the same time. If you don't connect your family with Lord and you try to give them up, actually will be more problem. Like, for example, your family is not connecting to Lord, they don't want to be devotees, and you're trying to give them up, it's then more problem.
when we know Lord, God properly, then it's very difficult to leave samsara.
Yes. So if you're having the wound and you forcefully try to make it heal quicker by taking out that, and some scab, it will be more painful. So just connect your family with Lord. So chant holy names, do bhajan, chant the mantras. I'm not saying, give up your family life and I'll go to Vrindavan. In the Brahma Stuti, it's said, whatever position you are, just stay in that position and do bhajan. If you're brahmachari, stay as a brahmachari. If you're a grihastha, stay as a grihastha. Do bhajan. If you're vanaprasthi, stay as vanaprasthi. If you're sannyasi, stay as a sannyasi. Sthanistita, stay in your position and do bhajan. If you're in a house, then stay and do bhajan. Hear Hari Katha, do sadhu sangha, associate with the sadhu. Doing bhajan slowly, chanting the holy names. Then, when you came out of the family life and attained Bhagavan, you don't even realize when did it happen. Like, so naturally that you don't even notice it. This is the instruction. So when the pure Jiva is established in his own spiritual form, you need to realize your own swarup. This is what you have to do. Your topmost goal is to realize who you are. Swarup Anubhav. You realize your own form. How to do that? Chanting holy names and sadhu sangha. Hearing and chanting. Hearing Harikatha, slowly this renunciation will come. Renunciation of material things and family life. And material things. Virag, detach from the material sense gratification. Naturally, it will come to you. Naturally. Chanting holy names, doing bhajan slowly. But look, if you commit offense, then it will, more sense gratification, more attachment will come. More attachment to the material things. That's why the example of Sobari Rishi is given. Sobari Rishi, for 10,000 years, he stayed in Vrindavan, inside the water of the Jamuna, in Kaliyadaha, performing hard austerities, renunciation. But because he committed offense at the feet of Gurur, Gurura is a Mahabhagavat. So because of this, again he had material desires. What is the reason of the material desire coming to the living entity? Offense at the feet of the pure devotees. If you have offense, when you commit offense at the feet of the pure devotees, then samsara vasana, desire for sense gratification, comes in the heart. And that's why be careful of the offenses, that you not commit any offense at the feet of the pure devotee. That's why again and again I give the example of Sobari Rishi. He stayed in Vrindavan, a divine land, inside the water of the Jamuna. It's not something ordinary. This is completely transcendental. But he stayed for how long? Doing hard austerities. 10,000 years. Okay, he performed hard austerities, yes. But he was inclined to material things. Why? There were some fish around him. So he started to have love for the fish around him. Fish around him, he had some relationship, like a loving relationship with the fish. So one day Garud caught one of those fish and killed that fish. So then the female fish came to complain, came to Sobari Rishi to complain about what Garuda had done. Then Sobari Rishi cursed Garurji. Hey Garur, if you come here again, you'll die. Garur is a Mahabhagavat. Of course, the curse of Sobari Rishi could never touch him, but still, very humbly, Gururji accepted it and said, okay, I'll not come here. So Garur didn't come there from that day on. And Sobari Rishi, what happened to him? He committed offense at the feet of the pure devotee Garur. So what came in his heart? Desire to enjoy sense gratification. And very strong desire, very strong. Then he gave up his hard austerities. Came to King Mandata. And he had 50 daughters, Mandata. So he proposed the 50 daughters of King Mandata. First, he didn't want to get married or anything. But then Sobari Rishi, at the beginning they didn't want to marry him. But then he manifested a beautiful form and of a very youthful form. So the 50 daughters, they said, yeah. They became attracted. Oh, we want to marry him. So at that time, Sobari manifested 50 forms. And with these 50 forms, he married all these princesses. So in the Srimad Bhagavatam, this story is there, and what is the meaning of this story? And when you commit offense at the feet of a pure devotee, when you commit offense to his lotus feet, then so when the jiva realizes his swarupa, then the jiva is established in his own swarupa and serves Bhagavan. So you first need to realize your own swarupa. How to do that? Chanting nama and mantra, this realization will come. There's no other way. If you know that you committed offense to some devotee specifically, you go to that pure devotee and ask for forgiveness. If you don't know who you committed offense to, just continue chanting again and again, and by the mercy of Nama Prabhu, all your offenses will go away. By the mercy of Nama Prabhu. So you don't know in which life you did offense to the feet of which devotee. You forgot, you don't know. So now what you have to do? Chant the holy names. You have from previous life. And of course from previous life you have offenses. And from this life, apologize. Yeah? If you commit offense in this life or in the previous life, so the offense was in which life? That's why chant the holy names. That's why in Kali Yuga, by the chanting of the holy names, all the sins and offenses will be completely destroyed. So the glories of the holy names in Kali Yuga. In Kali Yuga, only the holy names can deliver the human being. Second line of this verse. Sumeru Sumeru Nara Uttara Para. It means the human being can be delivered by chanting and remembering holy names. So giving up the gross and subtle bodies. Nirasta Kuhakam, this first shloka of the Bhagavad. Swena Dhamma. Ashraya Tattva means Ashraya in this sense is how to translate this Gurudev? I meditate in the supreme truth. Is Swayam Bhagavan. He said Ashraya Tattva is Bhagavan. God is Satya Swarup, the embodiment of the truth. So there is the Param Satya. So two words we use, two expressions. Satya and Param Satya. Truth and supreme truth. We put the Param in the beginning. Like husband, Pati, and Parampati, topmost husband. Ishwar, controller, and Parameshwar, supreme controller. So, Brahma and Parabrahma, you use the word Para in the beginning. Para means highest, unique, unparalleled. So, the truth in this world is temporary truths. Whatever we see in this world is truth or a lie. Looks like truth. Like you see, my mother, my father, my friend, this tree, the bird. This is truth. They are like truthful. Like it's true or lie, everything. No, it's true, but it's temporary. Tatkalik sata. Because they will be true for some time. But Nitya Sata, eternal truth, is Swayam Bhagavan. So you have to give up the illusion of Maya. And you have to search and take shelter of Bhakti, which is the eternal truth. Topmost truth, topmost entity is Bhagavan. Many meanings, many explanations. We take shelter of Swayam Bhagavan. So the creation, everything which exists comes from Lord. Whatever we see in this world is manifested from Brahma Bhagavan. Yeah, but not Brahmaji, Brahma like God, transcendental. When you say Brahma, actually means Swayam Bhagavan. Brahma comes from the verb root Brihat, means he's so great, always expanding great. There's no one. What to speak of someone being at the same level? Like nobody can be higher than him. Nobody's not even the same level as him. It's not possible to be better than God. Even not on the same level is not possible for anyone. If no one is not even on the same level, what to speak of being higher? Do you understand? Bhagavan is the topmost. There's no one higher than Bhagavan. So there's the meaning of the first verse of the Bhagavatam according to Aishwarya, opulent mood, madhurya, sweet mood. You can also explain based on Srimati Radhika, based on Krishna. So the meaning of the scriptures can be explained in many ways. General meaning, special meaning. According to the listener, you speak accordingly. Everything depends on the listener. If you speak too much, you'll feel sleepiness coming. What Maharaj is saying? Come on, he's crazy. I'm crazy. He's crazy. He went mad because of the kata, and I went mad because I'm feeling so sleepy. The speaker continues speaking, and the listener continues sleeping. The listener continues sleeping, and the speaker continues speaking. So if the listener and the speaker are on the same level, then the speaker can speak something and the listener can listen to something. That's why Mahaprabhu met home, Raya Ramananda, alone. Yep. So in the Raya Ramananda Samvad is showing this. It's not an ordinary thing. Mahaprabhu asked him to tell him many things about Jiva Tattva, Maya Tattva, Bhakti Tattva, Prema Tattva, Krishna Tattva, all the tattvas. So Mahaprabhu was asking questions and Ramananda was answering. But they started when? Where? In Varnashram Dharma. You have to follow your own dharma. This is best. To follow others' duties is not proper. Se tiver até que seja assim, ó. Já funciona. Ela tem envolve no microfone. Eu sou do microfone mesmo. Tem um fone de ouvido assim, que nem meu iPhone aqui, ó. Se eu botar ali, claro, se eu rolar no Bhagavan always manifests in three forms. In Dvaraka, in Mathura, and in Vrindavan. That's why Bhagavan has three dhams: Dvaraka, Mathura, and Vrindavan. Purna Purnatara and Purnatamadam. Purnatama, Purna Purnatara, Purnatam. Shama Sundara, he stays where? In Dvaraka, Bhagavan is only complete, Purna. In Mathura, Purnatara, more complete. And in Vrindavan, topmost complete. Purnatama. According to the rasa vichar, Swayam Bhagavan manifests his form depending on the rasa of the devotee. What is the speciality of Bhagavan? Depending on the kind of the devotee, Bhagavan will manifest his form depending on the devotee. Those who are in the opulent mood, Bhagavan will show to them the form of Narayana in Vaikuntha. And his associates, Vishwakshena, Garura, they stay in Vaikuntha. Lakshmi is also there. This Krishna, same Krishna manifests as Ram in Ayodhya. And his associates there are also in the Dasaras, Hanuman, etc. Then Swayam Bhagavan Krishna, even beyond Ayodhya, is Dwarikapuri. There Swayam Bhagavan manifests as Dwarakadish. Uddhava stays there. Rukmini Satyabhama also, they live in Dwaraka. 16,108 queens. Of his 16,100 queens, Bhagavan lives in Dwaraka. That's why this verse explains that Dwaraka is higher than Vaikuntha. Because in Dvaraka, Krishna is there with his brother Baladev and with his son's daughters, his wife. He has 16,108 queens. So Goswami explains, Dvaraka is no ordinary place. Rukmini and Satyabhama, they are so sweet and so beautiful. What can we say? We are eager to listen about the beauty of gopis. But in Dvaraka, the queens of Dvaraka, their beauty, the quality is nothing. No ordinary things. Not ordinary. It's also very high. So the sweetness and the beauty of these queens of Dvaraka, what can we say? Like the waves of the ocean, their moods. Have you been to Jagannath Puri? So the waves are coming on the beach, and sometimes one wave like cross over the other wave. Cross over? Anyway, and one wave and like combine with the other wave coming up. And in the same way, the queens of Dvaraka, Rukmini, Satyabhama, their beauty, their sweetness, their moods are just like these great waves of the ocean. Their Hav, Bhav, Hela, all these moods. These are not ordinary. This verse explains Madama Bhava. What to speak of their beauty and their qualities. How they speak, how they walk. Amazing, not ordinary. So Bhagavan is served by Rukmini, Satyabhama and all these queens. So Bhagavan is present in Dvaraka in one form. Sometimes Bhagavan plays with them, jokes with them. Once Bhagavan Sri Hari, Dwarakadish Krishna, after taking lunch prasadam, or the food in the lunch, he was in the room of Rukmini. So Rukmini fed him. So Krishna was sitting in the room of Rukmini. And then Rukmini gave palm betel nuts to Krishna, and Krishna started to chew the betel nuts. Then Krishna thought, oh, let me make like some joke with her. You know, husband and wife dealings. Then Krishna, very humbly, he said, hey Rukmini, listen, hear me out. You are so gorgeous. No one in the past or in the future is beautiful as like you. Everyone becomes like intoxicated or enchanted by seeing your beauty. So you got married to me. Actually, you sent a letter and I accepted. You know the story of Rukmini Vivaha. Krishna himself explained. Your marriage was fixed, settled with Shishupal. Your wedding was going to happen to Shishupal. Your brother wanted you to marry Shishupal. And exactly on the day before, like in the day before the wedding, Narada Rishi came there, like where you were. So Narada started describing the qualities of Krishna. According to the Hindu dharma, before the wedding, some Harikatha is spoken. But no one wants to listen at that time anymore. Anyway, but in Hindu tradition, one day before the wedding, they are also doing Harikathas. The saints are speaking Harikatha. But anyway, Narada spoke the glories of Krishna. Hearing the glories of Krishna, Rukmini wrote a letter to Krishna. And she wrote in the letter, Hey Govinda, hey Krishna, please deliver me the food of the lion today is going to the jackal. She wrote this. She only wrote this. The food of the lion is being given to the jackal. It means you are the lion and the Shishupala is a jackal. Jackal. So he's a demon. But my brother Rukma, forcefully he wants me to marry Shishupal. I don't want to marry him. What to do? Bhagavan read the letter. When Rukmini actually sent this letter through a Brahman, and this letter came into Krishna's hands. Then Bhagavan came. The story is very long, how he kidnapped Rukmini. So Krishna kidnapped Rukmini. Then Krishna married her in Dvaraka. So Bhagavan was telling her, coming back, Hey Rukmini, you are so gorgeous and pretty. Even great, powerful kings and warriors, they are so eager to have you. They are eager to have you. Who wants me? First of all, I'm black. Who wants me? Who would want me? No one wants me. To me? You are Lakshmi Swarup. You are like so beautiful, rich, everything you have. Who would want me? The saints who are poor. They don't need money. They want me. Only the saints who have money, nothing. No one else wants me. No one wants. Like if you do puja, people do puja of Lakshmi, goddess of fortune. If to obtain perfection, Ganesh, to get money, they worship Lakshmi. That's why in the house of every person, outside they put the picture of Lakshmi and Ganesh. If Ganesh is there, the siddhis will come, perfections, and Lakshmi also money. And Bhagavan told, Hey Rukmini, if you wanted, I can arrange your marriage, your wedding to him. But if you say, already you marry me, he will not accept me now if you say this. Bhagavan said, to show that I am unqualified or low, to show that I am low, or just to show that I am very low, he will marry you, certainly, Shishupal. Just to show that I like worth nothing, he will marry you. But I am not qualified to have you. I am not qualified to be your husband. Then Rukmini, she was fanning Bhagavan with a chamar, fanning. Just to hear this thought came in her mind, Krishna will leave me. And she started shaking. Her body was shaking. And then immediately, the fan fell from the hand of Rukmini. She called out, Ha Krishna, Ha Krishna. She fell unconscious. Then Bhagavan said, what happened? Then Bhagavan put Rukmini sitting on his lap, poured some water on her eyes, some tapping on her back. After some time, finally Rukmini came to, and Bhagavan said, what happened? Rukmini started crying. Hey Prabhu,
कितने जन्म के बाद
after so many lives, finally you have given me a place at your lotus feet.
तो तुम्हें भी देना तो ठीक है लोग लीला है
Performing pastimes as a human being,
आप ये छोड़ दे
Rukmini is saying, local, very humbly she said, if you give up on me, where will I go? So where will I go? Sing the cry of Rukmini, the heart of Krishna melted. Bhagavan said, Rukmini, how can I give up on you? Give you up? I was just joking. I was just making a joke. Husband and wife, they are allowed to make jokes. I marry with you in the fire sacrifice. I accept you as my wife. How will I give you up? Abandon you is impossible. I was just testing you and also joking with you, that's why. And you thought it was true. You thought I would really leave you. According to the Indian culture, weddings or marriages are like these marriages. So why did you perform the wedding fire sacrifice? Vivaha Jagga. There is no word of divorce. Ramayana also we see. Sita also said, the king Ram has given up his queen Sita, but Ram never gave up on Sita. You see, Sita herself told this. The king Ram has abandoned Sita, the queen, but Sri Ram has never ever given up on Sita. There's a deep meaning also in this. So what I want to say is that Swami Bhagavan said, Rukmini. We married in front of the Brahmanas, in front of the fire, in front of the people. This is a wedding. Vivaha. Loka Sakshi, in witness of everyone. All your family members, everyone is there as a witness. They are witness of your vow of wedding, marriage. If you say, no, I didn't marry this person, I didn't do it, you cannot deny it. Everyone was there as a witness. Loka Sakshi. Surja Varun, the sun, the Varun, the demigods are also witness. The Brahmana also the witness also. Bhagavan said, I marry in front of you, in front of all these witnesses. How can I give up, abandon you? I was just joking. Rukmini said, but why did you joke like this? Bhagavan said, look, you know when you're washing the dishes, one pot touches the other pot and some sound is coming, ding, ding, like when you're washing the dishes and the pots. So in some family life, in which family life there's no quarrel, they like some quarreling, then again they make up to each other, make up husband and wife. Bhagavan gave this example. Just like when you're washing the dishes, one pot touches another pot accidentally and the sound is coming, ding ding, and then the sound stops. So family life is also like this. How would I give up on you? I would never do it. Like God never gave up on gopis and gopis never gave up on Krishna. Just like the example. Sita never gave up Ram, Ram never gave up Sita. The king gave up the queen. Many meanings in this.
के हृदय में सीता है, सीता के हृदय
Sita is in the
में
heart of Ram, Ram is in the heart of Sita.
इसके
Try to understand this.
राम और सीता कभी अलग नहीं,
Ram and Sita are never apart.
लोग विराम में लोग
Just doing pastimes like human beings.
सीता बिछड़ गए एक दिन,
Like he left Sita. This is only for pastimes.
तो इसलिए हम किसी करें भगवान सदा सर्वदा त्रिविध रूप में
So Bhagavan is always present in 3 forms. First of all in Dvaraka Puri, then in Mathura, and then in Braj. Lita Siddhi. Huh? Lita Siddhi. So in Dvaraka you can see that Bhagavan, Satyabhama is also nothing less. Like she's also, the manifestation of Srimati Radhika. Who is Satyabhama? The Srimati Radhika of Vraj manifests in Dvaraka as Satyabhama. And the Chandravali of Vraj manifests in Dvaraka as Rukmini. They are also very high. Satyabhama is also nothing less. She becomes man, she becomes sulky like Srimati Radhika. Sulky, she also has someone. When she saw Nava Vrindavana, Satyabhama became sulky. Then Satyabhama went to one room, removed all her ornaments and royal dress, went to Kopa Bhavan, means the anger room, special room to be angry. Kopa Bhavan. It's called Kopa Bhavan. In this world, this does not exist. If you do too much anger with your husband, he will beat you and kick you out. So anyway, Satyabhama went to the Kopa Bhavan and to be sulky. When she saw the beautiful Nava Vrindavana, Satyabhama had man. Nava Vrindavana. Because he saw how Krishna loved the gopis. She saw. And then Satyabhama became sulky when she saw how Krishna loves the gopis in Nava Vrindavan. Then Satyabhama left Krishna and went to the Kopa Bhavan, anger house. And she put some normal clothes, like ordinary clothes. Then Swayam Bhagavan Krishna, sitting on the throne, he was there on the assembly, Krishna. All the queens were there, Uddhava. Only one person was not present. Who? Satyabhama. Bhagavan said, where is Satyabhama? Uddhava told, Prabhu, sing the beautiful pastimes of Braj, like in Nava Vrindavana, and the prem you have for the Brajvasis. Satyabhama saw this and became sulky. Man. So she went to the Kopa Bhavan. She's angry there. Bhagavan said, Bhagavan became so serious. The daughter of Satrajit. If this Satyabhama does not come here right now, I'll give up her forever. I'll abandon her forever. Uddhava came and told Satyabhama this, what Krishna told. Oh, Babiji. Uddhava said, oh, my sister-in-law. Kunyan. Uddhava called Satyabhama as Babiji, like sister-in-law, and told what Krishna said. Immediately, Satyabhama put her clothes, like royal clothes, came facing down, sat on the back. She sat on the back. She sat on the back of the assembly house, and she was looking down. And Bhagavan said, Bhagavan himself said, so serious, he said, what do you think about me? You think I'm a lusty man? Do you really think I'm a lusty person? You want to compare yourself with the gopis? Shrimati Radhika? How can you compare yourself to them? The prem you have in your heart and the prem that the gopis have, they are not equal. Not
कम कर पत्थर
passion is one example. If you take the scale, two sides of the scale, there's one thing called passion, like a little bit something that you put just to make equal. Miti क्या चीज़? Miti और पत्थर? Miti. Okay, like some little soil, some earth, something like this, small that you make too. Like you are not close to the gopis, meaning you are so far from them. Their mood, their beauty, they're so high next to you. In front of them, I'm completely controlled by them. I just got married to you, all of you. Not because I saw your beauty and I was attracted or anything. I just married you guys because you resemble a little bit the Baba of the gopis. That's why I got married with you here in Dvaraka. I'm still here in Dvaraka only because if the gopis would call me right now, immediately I would leave all and go to the gopis. Beautiful answer Bhagavan gave. So her man immediately disappeared. Satyabhamas. Bhagavan told these beautiful things. Huh? Also sometimes in the Dvaraka, they do also a lot of laughing, joking. Like Krishna plays with the queens of Dvaraka, making jokes with them. Krishna starts to glorify each queen of glorification, praising each queen. Oh, look, Satyabhama, this is Rukmini. She cooks so well. She dances so well. Actually, but really, all the queens of Dvaraka, they're expert in all the arts and knowledges. They are not ordinary, this is true. Dancing, all the 64 arts. All the queens, they are personification of one of these arts. So Swami Bhagavan was glorifying one by one each queen. But if you glorify one of them, the other one, externally she's clapping also. Oh, very nice. But inside the heart, the queen is feeling the itching. Jealousy. How to say in Hindi this? Jealousy. Ciúmes, no? Externally they're like laughing. So Rukmini cooks so well, all queens clap. But inside their heart they're burning. They're thinking, I'm nothing less than her. I'm no less than this. So the jealousy is there. Second wife mode, when there is a co-wife. When there are co-wives, it's always like this. Then Narada Rishi appears and bringing one parijata flower. Prabhu, give this flower to the best wife. Give this flower to her right now. Now, immediately, in front of me. Bhagavan said, what to do? If I give to one, the other queen will be angry. Only one flower was there. Narada came and said, Prabhu, give me the benediction that right in front of me, right now, give this flower to your best queen. Give it to her hand right now. Bhagavan, what did he do? Took the parijata flower with the right hand and then he gave to the one sitting at his right, Rukmini. So who was on the left side? Satyabhamas. She was furious. cutting her lips with her teeth, biting the lips with the teeth, and she left the assembly house. Krishna is swayam Bhagavan, doing these lilas like a normal man. So he came in the room of Satyabhama, knocked on her door. Satyabhama. She didn't even open the door. After so long time, finally she opened. What happened? Then Satyabhama started to speak so much. If there's love, like speaking, Krishna said, no problem. There was only one flower. Why is such a big deal for one flower? All this fuss for one flower. I'll bring the whole tree to you and put it in your garden. Then Swami Bhagavan took Satyabhama on the back of Guru. They went to Swargalok. Then he defeated Indra, and he brought the whole tree, Parijat tree, and had it planted in the garden of Satyabhama. Then Satyabhama called all the friends and make a big celebration party. She made a beautiful celebration. So in this way, Bhagavan in Dvaraka is performing beautiful pastimes. So Dvaraka is higher than Vaikuntha, where Lord is performing. In Dvaraka, Lord is performing beautiful pastimes in family life. Bhagavan is performing pastimes, just like family life. The Gaga Samhita is also described. There are many kathas. Time's up. I'm explaining only one verse of the Bhagavad. Two parts of Shringaras, conjugal mood, Swakya, wedded love, and Parakya, paramour mood. So here we're discussing about Swakya. If you never heard about Swakya, wedded love, how can you hear about paramour mood? Bhagavan is always manifest in three forms. In Dvaraka, he is Purna, complete. In Mathura, Purnatara, more complete. And in Braj, Purnatama, most complete. Actually, Bhagavan manifests different forms according to the devotee's mood. And then he will make the devotee also relish that rasa. And Lord also relishes.